Hey guys, what's going on? I am going to be reacting to Marvel Studios Avengers Endgame official trailer. I left a link down in the description below if you want to see this without my commentary. It's already got 60 million. Hold up. It's got already, yeah, over 60 million. Probably got over 60 million views. Hold up, let me look on my PC. It's got 61,046,916. And this was released 3 days ago. So yeah, it's still kind of new.
Stay on. Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this
Helmet scanned him, and now he's leaving a message for Pepper in case he
recording, don't feel bad about this. Stay on. Hey, Miss Potts.
Miss Potts? Tony, don't you mean Pepper or Honey?
Find this recording. Stay on. Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you.
About his wife.
It's always you.
Aww. Marvel Studios. Oh, Thanos made a armor stand for his. Thanos made an armor stand for his armor.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
Oh yeah.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
Oh shit!
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves.
And Hawkeye makes a return. Ba-ba-ba!
This is the fight of our lives.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
Maybe retreat into a life of solitude? Avengers. Endgame. Basically, Avengers 4.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport.
Ant-Man? Wait. I'm sorry. In the final fight against that huge army that some idiot brought, not Loki and not Ultron, but the other idiot. Was Ant-Man ever on the battlefield for the good guys? I can't remember.
In Germany, that got really big.
It's just an old...
This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. That got really big.
It's just an old message.
Ant-Man, I know you don't. I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Okay, so it's in April. Holy fuck. It's that short. Well, I'm happy as a cucumber. I might pre-order my ticket. I literally might pre-order my ticket and go see that movie. Ignore the Reese's Puff box right there. Yeah, that's literally all I've got to eat. I've got no Coca-Cola to drink. But hell yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm also reacting to top 10 trending. Top trending movies for 2019. Yeah, I'm also going to be doing a damn it. This was released 2 weeks ago. This will also be in the link in the description below. I'm just going to put Avengers 4. Give me a moment, guys. I have left links down in the description below if you want to see these videos. And top trending, top trending, whatever you do, please do not copyright claim me.
2018 was a huge year for movies. From big budget blockbusters like Black Panther, Infinity Wars, and Deadpool 2 to lesser.
That reminds me, I gotta buy Deadpool 1 and 2, basically the combo box, and watch both again.
Celebrated gems like Isle of Dogs, Phantom Thread, and Killing of a Sacred Deer. Audiences had their pick of engaging cinema experiences.
And here's the funny thing. I've now noticed on YouTube Movies' channel, they're now doing movies for free, but there's always a chance there's going to be ads in the movie you're watching. So, thumbs up for having the balls to make some movies watchable for completely free, and they've got over 70 million subscribers. That's where I bought. I think that's the same channel where I got my Godzilla. Let me check and see what channel I got Godzilla Final Wars on. YouTube Movies. I'll subscribe to them since they've got 71 million subs. I forgot if Godzilla Final Wars is an action and adventure movie. Let me check. Wow. Toy Story 2 and 3 are on here. I think it was a science fiction movie. And whoever likes Player One, no offense, you're kind of dumb because the Mechagodzilla in that movie, oh my god, it is atrocious. It don't even have the same look as the original, and I mean OG Mechagodzilla. I've got Saban's Power Ranger. Hello? Yes, ma'am. I'm coming. Be right back, guys. Hold up, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Science fiction. That should be Godzilla. That should be like 3 Godzilla films or 3 or more Godzilla films. There's an editor's cut for Spider-Man 3. Weird. Did not know about that. There's the Japanese version of Shin Godzilla and just Shin Godzilla. I have the Shin Godzilla movie. 2. Only 2 Godzilla films were on here? Jeez, that stinks. Godzilla Final War says it's by YouTube Movies. Oh yeah. Get back to what I was reviewing. Reacting to.
Showing no signs of slowing down as we ramp up for another fantastic year in film. Today, we're counting down the top 10 movies coming out in 2019. Toy Story 4. The Toy Story franchise is one of the most beloved in film history. The first installment in 1995 revolutionized the world of computer animation and revitalized animation as a form of serious storytelling. Though the movie was intended for children, it resonated with all audiences of all ages. It was also a huge commercial success. Toy Story racked up more than $370 million at the box office on a $30 million budget. The movie was the first collaboration between John Lasseter and Andrew Stanton, who would go on to create such classics as Finding Nemo, WALL-E, and Zootopia. The franchise compounded on the success of Toy Story with a much-beloved trilogy. Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 brought home $500 million and $1 billion at the box office, respectively. Toy Story 3 in particular was hailed as one of the greatest animated films of all time. On January 25th, 2011, the Academy announced that Toy Story 3 was not only nominated for Best Animated Feature, but also for Best Picture. This makes Toy Story 3 not only the first animated sequel in history to be nominated for Best Picture, but also just the third animated film to ever be so nominated, with Toy Story 3 becoming the second Pixar film to be nominated for both awards. So, fans of the franchise will be delighted to know that Toy Story 4 is under production and set for release in June 2019. The story was conceived by the writing team on the original Toy Story, Lasseter.
Wow, June 2019. I think that's when he said they were coming out.
Franchise will be delighted to know that Toy Story 4 is under production and set for release in June 2019.
That's not long from right when I'm recording this.
The story was conceived by the writing team on the original Toy Story, Lasseter, Pete Docter, Andrew Stanton, and Lee Unkrich. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Annie Potts, and Laurie Metcalf will reprise their respective roles. Toy Story, Lasseter, Pete Docter, Andrew Stanton, and Lee Unkrich. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Annie Potts, and Laurie Metcalf will reprise...
Annie Potts? Annie Potts. Why do I know that name?
Their respective roles as Sheriff Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Bo Peep, and Andy's mother from the previous films, with Kristen Shaw reprising her role as Trixie from Toy Story 3. Fans can also expect Randy Newman to score the film with original music. Joker. It seems that superhero films have become the single biggest movement in popular movie history. From the massive success of Marvel Universe to the worlds of Batman, Superman, and lesser-known comics, there seems to be a new movie released every month. On top of this, there has been a huge emphasis on the role of Batman's The Joker. Many have put their own spin on the role over the years. Actors from Jack Nicholson to Zach Galifianakis and Mark Hamill have each taken a crack over the years, with mixed results. The definitive performance still seems to be Heath Ledger in Christopher Nolan's reimagining of the series in The Dark Knight. It was Ledger's obsessive devotion to this performance that famously drove him over the edge, resulting in his death. Years later, Jared Nolan's reimagining of the series in The Dark Knight. It was Ledger's obsessive devotion to this performance that famously drove him over the edge, resulting in his death. Years later, Jared Leto attempted the role for the movie Suicide Squad and took a similarly obsessive approach to his method acting. The general consensus was that Leto's performance was impressive, but it was dulled by the poor writing and production of Suicide Squad. It is an extremely difficult role to reprise given its storied past, which puts even more pressure on Academy Award winner Joaquin Phoenix to do it justice. While the story has been kept under wraps, the movie boasts an all-star cast of Atlanta's Zazie Beetz, Robert De Niro, and Mark Maron. Additionally, Todd Phillips, director of Due Date, Old School, and the Hangover sequels, was tapped to direct the film. This prompted theories that the film would have a lighter, funnier tone, but press materials quickly dispelled these hypotheses. Regardless of the content, audiences can't wait for the Joker's October 2019 release date. The Lion King. For many years, Disney's The Lion King was used as the high watermark for animated film. The Lion King received 4 Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations. The film would go on to win 2 Golden Globes for Best Motion Picture for Musical or Comedy and Best Original Score, as well as 2 Academy Awards for Best Original Score for Hans Zimmer and Best Original Song with Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Elton John.
And there are other, that same song that was just mentioned, there's a Godzilla X Mothra parody of it. Okay, Disney?
Tim Rice. The songs Circle of Life and Hakuna Matata were also nominated.
I hate Hakuna Matata. I can withstand Circle of Life.
Feel the Love Tonight also won with Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Elton John and Tim Rice. The songs Circle of Life and Hakuna Matata were also nominated. Can You Feel the Love Tonight also won the Grammy Award for Best Male Vocal Performance. The Lion King also won Annie Awards for Best Animated Feature, Best Achievement in Voice Acting for Jeremy Irons, and Best Individual Achievement for Story Contribution in the field of animation.
But why did you have to put Matthew Broderick as the adult Simba? I hate Matthew Broderick.
From this, The Lion King earned $422 million in North America and $545 million in other territories for a worldwide total of almost $1 billion. It is currently the 35th highest grossing film of all time, the 7th highest grossing animated film of all time, and the 3rd highest grossing film of Walt Disney's animation studios, behind Frozen and Zootopia. After its initial run, having earned $763 million, it ranked as the 2nd highest grossing film of all time worldwide, behind Jurassic Park. There have been attempts to rekindle the glory of the first Lion King, but none as ambitious as the new Lion King. 2nd highest grossing film of all time worldwide, behind Jurassic Park. There have been attempts to rekindle the glory of the first Lion King. $53 million. It ranked as the 2nd highest grossing film of all time worldwide, behind Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
The glory of the first
Jurassic Park beat the Lion King's butt in profit.
Lion King, but none as ambitious as the new Lion King movie slated for July 2019 release date.
How are you going to deal with the voice acting if you're going to use live animals?
The film will be directed by Jon Favreau, produced by Walt Disney Pictures, and written by Jeff Nathanson. The film stars the voices of Donald Glover, Beyonce, James Earl Jones, who reprises his role from the original film, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Billy Eichner, Seth Rogen, John Caney, John Oliver, and Alfre Woodard. Captain Marvel. It's true that DC Comics has beat
About time she gets her own movie.
Marvel Studios to the box office with their first female-led superhero blockbuster movie in the form of 2017's Wonder Woman. But the folks at the House of Ideas truthfully aren't trailing too far behind. As was officially announced in October 2014,
I hear you.
Shut up. Hate these ads.
comic book studio is officially moving forward Wonder Woman. But the folks at the House of Ideas truthfully aren't trailing too far behind. As was officially announced in October 2014, the comic book studio is officially moving forward with a Captain Marvel movie. And it will be here before you know it. Given the source material and the talent involved, it's easily one of our most anticipated projects of the upcoming year.
No
and we'll be
shit.
keeping a very close eye on it. Captain Marvel is super strong, can fly, both absorbs and projects energy, and
3819.
even has limited precognitive abilities. And we'll be keeping a very close eye on it. Captain Marvel is super strong, can fly, both absorbs and involved. It's easily one of our most anticipated projects of the upcoming year. And we'll be keeping a very close eye on it. Captain Marvel is super strong, can fly, but
That's what time the poster on here says. 3819.
both absorb.
See, I was right. $3819. Okay, that's really pushing it. You need a lot more time.
Absorbs and projects energy, and even has limited precognitive abilities. In addition to her own run of comics, she's also been a part of many different teams and organizations over the years in the Marvel world, including the Avengers, S.H.I.E.L.D., and the Guardians of the Galaxy. So, needless to say, Captain Marvel is overdue for her own movie. The film is written and directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, with Meg LaFauve, Nicole Perlman, Geneva Robertson-Dworet, Liz Flahive, and Carly Mensch also contributing to the screenplay. Brie Larson stars in the title role alongside Samuel L. Jackson, Lee Pace, Lashana Lynch, Clark Gregg, and Jude Law. The release is expected in March 2019. New Avengers.
I saw the day. It's the 8th on March. It's March 8th, 2019. That's not a lot of time for the Captain Marvel movie to get done. That's a very short amount of time. January, February, March.
Film. The untitled Avengers film, supposedly referred to as Avengers 4, is one of the hottest projects in Hollywood. It is intended to be the direct sequel to 2018's Avengers Infinity War, as well as the sequel to 2012's Marvel's The Avengers and 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron, and the 22nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU. The film is directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, with a screenplay by the writing team of Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, and features an ensemble cast with many actors from previous MCU films. It comes hot on the heels of one of the biggest movies in history. Its predecessor, Infinity Wars, bagged more than $2.5 billion at the box office, making it the 4th highest grossing film of all time. But keep in mind that the budget was a full $400 million. Making it one of the most expensive movies in film history as well. It's a lot of hype to live up to, and though the film is confirmed that Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and others will reprise their roles.
We already heard. I saw that Hawkeye is going to be in the movie, so they might as well say Hawkeye is coming. Actually, speaking of that, Scarlett Johansson, aka Black Widow, and Hawkeye need their own stinking film.
No information has been released about the plot. Regardless, Marvel fans are already thrilled for this May 2019 release date. Frozen 2. Frozen was one of the most famous and beloved animated films of all time. It won 2 Academy Awards for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song for Let It Go, the Golden Globe Award for Best Animated Feature Film, the BAFTA Award for Best Animated Film, 5 Annie Awards, including Best Animated Feature, 2 Grammy Awards for Best Compilation Soundtrack for Visual Media, and Best Song Written for Visual Media for Let It Go. It also pulled in $1.2 billion at the box office, making it the highest-grossing animated film of all time. So, studio execs were quick to greenlight the sequel, which is slated for release sometime in November 2019. The core cast will return to reprise their roles, and the main character, Elsa, is rumored to have a female love.
No, I'm skipping this part. I'm skipping about the lesbian crap. Give Elsa a girlfriend? Y'all are sick. What the fuck? Y'all are some sick fucks out there. Elsa is a girl. And you want her to have a girlfriend. Y'all are sick.
John Wick 3. The John Wick series brought Keanu Reeves out of retirement and back into the spotlight for a neo-noir action film that had critics and audiences alike on the edge of their seats. The movie earned a respectable $88 million at the box office against a $30 million budget, though it pales in comparison to some.
So they pulled off a $58 million profit.
With the other box office successes on this countdown, Hollywood took note and greenlit it to a sequel, which more than doubled the box office success of its predecessor, with a $171 million at the box office. The movie was also helmed by famous stunt coordinator David Leitch, which made for consistently compelling action sequences. All this has created a lot of hype leading up to the next installment of the series, John Wick 3: Parabellum. Keanu Reeves' legendary hitman will be back on the screen for more bullet-riddled adventures on May 17th, 2019. The sequel...
They literally just gave the date away.
kicked off production in May. And now we have visual confirmation of two major returning characters from the first two films. John Wick director Chad Stahelski will return behind the camera for John Wick 3: Parabellum, and screenwriter Derek Kolstad is confirmed to be penning the script for the film, after having written the first two installments of the series. Dark Phoenix, the fourth in the Next Generation series following First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse, will follow Deadpool 2. Originally tipped to arrive in November 2nd, 2018, it's been pushed back in a major 20th Century Fox release date reshuffle, and now you'll be able to see it from February 5th, 2019 in the UK, and February 14th, 2019 in the US.
We get to see that movie. What was it called again?
Kolstad is confirmed to be penning the script for the film, after having written the first two installments of the series. Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix is gonna be released on Valentine's Day?
And February 14th, 2019 in the US. That delay allowed for a reported 3 months of extensive reshoots to rework the ending of the movie. Rumors that the core cast would be back have been confirmed, with James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and even Jennifer Lawrence, who didn't seem particularly into X-Men Apocalypse, but chose to come back to complete her character's story, reprising their roles as Charles Xavier, Magneto, and Mystique. Nicholas Hoult as Beast.
They couldn't even say Magneto. How dumb are they?
Alexandra Apocalypse, but chose to come back to complete her character's story, reprising their roles as Charles Xavier,
Magneto,
and Mystique. Nicholas Hoult as Beast, Alexandra Shipp as Storm, Ty Sheridan as Cyclops, and Cody Smith-McPhee as Nightcrawler.
Yeah, we get no Wolverine because Hugh Jackman says, "Fuck it, I'm not playing the character no more. I'm tired of it."
All returning, as well as Game of Thrones' Sophie Turner as Jean Grey, around whom the whole story will revolve. The original's Summer Fontana will apparently play a younger version of Jean. Jessica Chastain has been cast too. She has shot down rumors that she is playing the alien Shi'ar Empress, Lilandra Naramani, who has been billed as a villain in the film. This stacked cast will all but guarantee another huge box office win for the Marvel Universe. Sonic the Hedgehog. If you were a big fan of the Sega system back...
About time we fucking get a Sonic movie, because here's the thing. We've all been making there's one where there's like a little fan-made one where you got Doug Walker, aka the Nostalgia Critic, and you got the AVGN, aka James Rolfe, in the same goddamn fan-made movie with that has the name Sonic.
In the day, then you know all about Sonic the Hedgehog, since he eventually became the face of Sega. For a while now, Sonic has had more of an off-screen presence than on, since his cartoons and comics have been about the only way anyone's been able to really see the Blue Speedster, apart from the games that he's shown up in the past several years. But getting to see him on the big screen is going to be a treat.
This is the one I'm talking... Oh yeah, but I don't want to drop my phone. This is the one I'm talking about. This is the fan-made movie that has Doug Walker and James Rolfe in it.
It's been confirmed that a few characters have already been cast, such as James Marsden, who will be playing a live-action character. Ben Schwartz, who's already completed many popular voice roles, will be taking over the voice of Sonic, while Jim Carrey, who hasn't been seen in some time, will be taking on the role of Dr. Robotnik.
So we already know who's playing Robotnik, which is funny as all fucking hell. And you know Jim Carrey's gonna give it his best 100%. We know Jim Carrey's gonna give his best effort, which is 100% hilarity and amusement and comedy. That's what he's known for, being a silly child man.
There are many other characters in the Sonic series as well, so you can imagine as the film continues to develop, it will drag a few more big names to the roster, and possibly make it an even bigger deal than it already is. One thing that never fails to at least lure people in when it comes to a movie is the possibility of seeing someone they know and like in a film featuring another iconic character that they grew up with in part. This movie will be shot both with live action and CGI sequences, and is slated for a May 2019 release date. Spider-Man, far from other characters in the Sonic series as well, so you can imagine as the film continues to develop, it will drag a few more big names to the roster, and possibly make it an even bigger deal than it already is. One thing that never fails to at least lure people... What they need to do, the studio that's making this goddamn movie, bring James Rolfe and Doug Walker in this fucking movie, or else there's not gonna be a happy review from my ass. There'll be a goddamn negative review from my ass. When it comes to a movie is the possibility of seeing someone they know and like in a film featuring another iconic character that they grew up with in part. This movie will be shot both with live action and CGI sequences, and is slated for a May 2019 release date. Character that they grew up with in part. This movie will be shot both with live... In this batch, one of these four people is Doug Walker. I'm not lying, guys. Look really closely. That one, the one that's action and right there, the one that's looking at Sonic. That guy. That's Doug Walker. CGI sequences, and is slated for a May 2019 release date. Spider-Man, Far From Home. By the time Spider-Man, Far From Home hits theaters in July 2019, it will likely be actor Tom Holland's fifth turn as the web-slinging superhero. Given how intense the first three films have been, particularly Avengers Infinity War. Fans will be expecting an impressive adventure from the actor's second solo outing, and Marvel Studios appears to be filling out the high-profile cast with that in mind. The latest update on the film offers what might be our first look at Jake Gyllenhaal as the film's villain, Mysterio. With director John Watts returning behind the camera, the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming will be set after the events of Infinity War, and its still untitled May 2019 sequel, and will take the famous wall crawler on a globe-spanning adventure. In May, The Hollywood Reporter first announced that Gyllenhaal was in talks to portray Mysterio, a frequent foe of Spider-Man in the Marvel comic universe. Created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, and first introduced in a 1964 issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, Mysterio is the alter ego of Quentin Beck, a special effects expert who uses his talents to pull off elaborate crimes. Mysterio is considered one of Spider-Man's most troublesome enemies, as he often makes Spider-Man question his own senses and perception of the world around him, relying more on psychological and chemical weapons than physical attacks. This will be Gyllenhaal's first official role in a mainstream superhero movie, after coming close to landing the lead roles in both the original Spider-Man franchise and Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Hopefully this new angle will attract audiences for this potential summer blockbuster. Let us know in the comment section below what movie you're most excited.
They did not even mention about a live action. They did not even fucking mention a live action Aladdin movie. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.